5. The lines are locked. 4. Match day is near. 3. The picks are clear. 2. The picks are in. 1. Let the show begin. Game on. It's that time again. Game on. Kicks and Picks is back again. Game on. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go. Game on. Game on. Game on. Game on. The guys are here and ready to go.
Welcome back to Kicks and Picks. Coach Steve and Nick here with you. And we've got a replacement Liverpool fan today. Andrew Passero joins the show because Scotty is a new dad. So congrats to Scotty and his wife on the birth of their son. So that's why Scotty is not here and probably won't be here for a few episodes. But we bring in Andrew to help us with the EPL side of things. So Andrew, welcome to the show. Welcome back. I know you've been on before and happy to have you.
Yeah, congrats to Scotty. I didn't know that was why I got the call out of the bullpen, but I'm here to say Arne Slot out for him. So there we go.
Yeah, so
unanimous sentiment, I feel like.
Yeah. Nick and I will kick it off real quick with the MLS card we put out earlier today. I'll throw it up here. See how we're doing right now, Nick. We've got Cincy, Miami, both teams score over 3.5 right now. We've got both teams scoring 3 goals, and we're only in the 53rd minute, so liking our chances there. NYCFC is still up 1-0 last I saw, in like 75th. Orlando, Philly. I think we need one more goal for that over 2.5. Last check.
2-1 Orlando right now.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that
cash
cashed in the last
there,
couple minutes. There we go. Chicago, DC over 2.5 is still 1-0. Right?
That's struggling. Chicago needs to get going here.
Oh, here's the Philly goal. Yeah, Apple TV showing it right now. There's the 2-1. Galaxy just kicked off against KC. I know Andrew's got both teams to score in that match. We've got Galaxy money line that just started, so those are both still in play if you want to jump on them live. LAFC is now down against St. Louis. They gave a goal 4 minutes in, so they're playable live if you like, and we had them draw no bet at -115.
I think we have to have a discussion about LAFC. They have been fucking bad.
Yeah, I think the fatigue is catching up, right? Playing all these midweek matches down in Mexico and everything in CONCACAF. I think it's starting to catch up a little bit.
Man, they had that like 8-goal thriller against Inter Miami early on in the year, and I think it's been all dud since.
Yeah. Nashville's kind of bounced back from that. We don't have them tonight, but they're up in New England, who's been great at home. And they're up 2-0 in the second half, so maybe they've bounced back from that CONCACAF fatigue. Portland.
I need a New England goal there.
Yeah, you got the over or the both teams to score?
Both teams to score to close out a little parlay with inter team total.
All right,
okay,
I like it.
Portland's still down, right, Nick?
Portland is in fact
2-1.
Down 2-1. Yep.
It looks like Inter Miami is going to get that second one. It just popped up too, so looks like we're cashing that. And then later on, we've got San Jose double chance at Seattle. They've been great against all the good teams they've played, so taking them a double chance. We like their chances. And Minnesota is still 0-0 against Colorado at home, it looks like, so they're still in play live at the same number, -135 we gave them out at. So if you want to hop on any of those, keep track with us. We'll maybe give some updates as the night wears on.
Yep, there we go, Bob. Confirming Elvis is absolutely on top of it with us here. Vancouver, LAFC, Inter Miami, all struggling early on. So
Inter Miami got the tying goal. So that's come.
There's hope. So cash that one. But another team that's been disappointing. Obviously, some coaching turmoil. There's only so much Messi can do, right? He's been doing it. It's not like he's slowed down or anything like that. But they need some goals from elsewhere. They haven't gotten them. I don't know who scored for them tonight.
He got the first. I know that. I didn't see the second one yet, but I know he got the early goal. So we'll keep an eye on those. Let's see who gets the second one here from Miami. It's coming up on Apple TV right now. Let's see. Yeah, Cincy and Miami, they're like automatic, like over 3.5 though. Every time they play these two teams, it's like just look for goals in those matches, no matter who they're playing.
Yeah, it still hasn't refreshed here, so we'll see. Oh, Messi with the second. All right.
Yeah, Messi again. Yeah, there
Shocking,
it is. There's Messi.
Guys. Who else? Come on.
I saw he's averaging 6 shots per game and like 2.5 on target per game, and God knows how many like goal contributions he has.
And breaking news: we got a goal from Chicago.
Oh,
so 1-1. 30 minutes to go there.
The card is looking a little bit better than it did on the weekend.
Definitely.
All right, so let's kick off the weekend with we'll go FA Cup first, and then we'll get into the Premier League. So FA Cup final. It is Chelsea, who's been absolutely struggling against Man City. That match is on Sunday, I believe, right?
Saturday, 10 a.m.
That's a really short turnaround for City, huh?
Yeah. City's kind of booked tight over the last couple matches.
And they rotated pretty much the entire squad today and ran out to, a 3-0 victory?
Yeah, easy. Phil Foden had a couple assists. I think it was Semenyo scored, Marmoush scored. Like all the guys that are like their second tier guys scored. Yeah, they did all right for themselves this weekend. Or today, heading into the weekend.
Hold on. Let's
I lost these FA Cup odds. Yeah. It's not like on the.
I mean, Andrew, we've got you, dude. Before we even hop into the game, because we'll talk Premier League next. Just give us your thoughts, man. Give us your take. We get on. We've been complaining now for 35 weeks, but Arsenal has done it, right? Just about. I think the ugliest, most disgusting win in the history of the world this past weekend. But I think that was kind of it for me. I think if there was going to be any hope, we needed West Ham to pull something out. Is it time to give Arsenal credit, or how do you feel? I mean, obviously very down year for Liverpool, but I don't want to take words out of your mouth. I feel like a down year for everybody, but want your thoughts on just the overall state of these teams, City coming into this game.
All right, I'll give credit to Arteta because he has managed it well. His style of let's just get all of the corners that we can get and score from them has worked, and let's play anti-football and not be like I've not met him, but I've never seen a more Serie A manager than Mikel Arteta, and I saw Conte win the Premier League. You know what I mean? Like the dude just wants to win a game with a set piece and then win the game 1-0. And I think the superstar at Arsenal is weirdly Arteta, because I think there are guys you can take out of this lineup and they're still going to have success. You take Mikel Arteta away from Arsenal and you tell them to play attacking football, I don't know if they can. So credit to Arteta. They have been less shit than everyone else this year, is the best way I could put it. As for the FA Cup final, I want to point out a couple of things here. Let's put the tinfoil hats on, because I'm ready to believe Pep Guardiola is walking out that door after this season. There's a lot of rumors that Maresca's sniffing around. Maybe they'll go get company at Bayern. I look at Pep as a guy who's had one of the most dominant runs in the Premier League. Mind you, they spent more on defense than countries. But you can't deny the guy that he's done things that has never happened in the Premier League and in English football before. He's one of the best. He's one of the best ever.
Yep.
The last time Manchester City lost to Chelsea was in the Champions League final in 2021. Let's not forget about that. Okay. City are playing in their 4th straight FA Cup final with a loss. They lost last year. Chelsea are playing in their 5th FA Cup final in the last decade. They only have one win. I'm seeing City money line at -135, and I don't know how it's -130. Like I was
just gonna say the same thing. Yeah,
that's a whale play to me.
Yeah. Hold on, I have a graphic for that. Hold on. It's here somewhere. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the super ultra mega whale game of the century.
It might be, dude.
This graphic will have to do.
It might be.
Yeah, I mean, the form that Chelsea's in right now, right? How do you not take City money line at -135?
In their last 10 games against Manchester City, they are 0-3-7. In their last 10 games in general, they have 2 wins, 1 loss, and 7 draws. Or 2 wins, 1 draw, and 7 losses. That one of those wins was both of those wins are in the FA Cup, and one of them was against a League One team that they pumped 7-0, and the other one was against the Leeds. Like they drew to Liverpool because Liverpool are Dr. Liverpool right now. And it's if you need a point right now, come to Liverpool. We'll patch you up. City come in flying. I think I'm usually like a don't take the over in a cup final game. Over 2.5 at -135 is 6-10 for Chelsea and 7-10 for City.
Yeah.
Like I think City are going to come into this game knowing definitively this is maybe the last piece of silverware we can get our boss, and they run it up. Like maybe I'm crazy, but that's what I'm seeing here.
And here's the thing, and you threw some amazing stats out there. Appreciate that. I was looking at City team total, which is hovering around that -140. Maybe you guys can get a better number. Actually, now it's up to 150 on Hard Rock. But that was initially what I was thinking. We talked about it last week coming into the game that, like, City had their goof up and they weren't going to make a mistake pretty much from here on out. Right. And they came out, I had team total with you over 2.5. They smashed that. They look good today, obviously, with that 3-0 win we briefly spoke about. They're just going to go out guns blazing. I don't think it really matters who's on the pitch. I think they're motivated. I think that, this game obviously doesn't impact the league, but it's a chance to win silverware. And, they're going to pray that another team makes a mistake somewhere along the line, whether it's in this game, whether it's Arsenal in the league, whatever it is. I don't think any of the mistakes, the bad performances from here on out, there's only 3 games, whatever it is, are going to come from Manchester City. And I'm looking at Erling Haaland to score at +105. And that's like, I never like to do that, but is he not going to score in this game? I don't know.
I got a different one for you. Well, I have 3 player props that I like, but Jeremy Doku's on fire. Goal or assist in 5 of 8. He scored or assist at +155. Like, I'm sorry. That's I got to take that. Nico O'Reilly, 1 shot on target. I've been riding him all year. -120, hitting at 7 of 8. He scored against Arsenal in the other cup final. And then I think the other guy to look at, if you're looking for somebody Chelsea, I would go Enzo Fernandez, 6 of 8. Shot on target is +100. Like, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bad day at the office for Chelsea, and Manchester City run it up.
I kind of think so too.
Yeah.
And I would take a very, very, very small stab with over 1.5 first half goals at +150.
Did you know that in 5 of the last 10 FA Cup finals, first half most goals has come in? Second, that's +205. Second half most goals is only 4 of the last 10. That's +112. And then only 1 game where there was a tie, and it was the 0-0 Liverpool-Chelsea. I think PKs that Tsimikas won the game on. But first half, surprisingly, more goals than you would expect in FA Cup finals of late.
I dig it. I mean, I was really, I don't know. I felt like it was all a little too obvious that I didn't even really look that much deeper than City and goals, right? So, I don't know, Coach. You got anything else for this one?
No, I mean, I like the player props that Andrew gave out. Like you said, O'Reilly 7 out of 8 to get a shot on target, -120. I know that's one that I think Scott's given out a couple times too in recent weeks. There's another one from Cincy.
We got Vancouver with 2 goals also. Inter's down 3-2. Goals are coming in, guys. It's happening right now.
We just need one in Chicago, DC. That's what I need. I like the player props, but I think, as soon as I saw City money line, my eyes went right to that, because I know it's maybe too obvious when you just look at money line sometimes, but it's like the way they're playing, it just seems too easy. I wish team total was like a little bit better than the -146 it is on DraftKings right now, because I would say that too. And it probably doesn't come down, but I think that's definitely in play. I don't know if I would.
Strategy for that one. Yeah. Wait 10 minutes.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. If they don't score the first 10, 15 minutes, you probably get at a very playable number. Good point. Because I don't see how they score less than 2 goals here, personally.
What can we say about Chelsea? Who's managing them? I forget. What's even happening?
I don't remember, but he got a point at Anfield on Saturday, so I can't say anything mean about him.
It's facts. Maybe he could take over for Slot.
No, I'm good.
Oh, man. What do we got here? 2-2. Sorry. Yeah, goals
right, so I got MLS. I got a live question for you. So I have a parlay in. It's +530 with the boost I had. So it was over 3.5 both teams to score in this Miami game hit. I had to throw in Messi player shot on target, just get over plus 400 to use the boost. That hit, obviously, because he's got 3. I got the over in Orlando. I need one more. Oh, actually, Chicago, I think, just hit, so it's not going to matter. I was going to say, do I cash out?
2-1
plus
Chicago.
430. Yeah, that's it. It cashed. So
there you go.
There goes my question. My question was going. I was going to say, do I cash out for a plus 100 less? But it came in, so don't have to worry about it.
There you have it.
Yeah,
we got
so
the fucking chat loading up here on MLS.
Wasted 30 seconds of the show running out to parlay.
It's all good.
I should cash it out.
Nice little humble brag, a little slow brag there.
There we go. So, and that's 3 of our plays in there, so I like it. Anything else in this one before we jump over to the Premier League?
Can I say shout out to Bob D in the chat? The VAR in the Celtic game was bullshit today. And that's coming from those of us who have a Hearts future at plus 210 and got absolutely fucking rinsed. That was the most match fixing bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life. So shout out Bob D.
So there's Elvis in the chat too. He had the Kuipers goal loading. He had penalty for Chicago as I'm rambling on over here.
And Bob and anybody in the chat, and Andrew and I spoke about this last week. And Coach, I want your thoughts on it. And it's very easy to be like, oh, it's corrupt, it's VAR, it's this and that. We all bet. We all have interests in games. We all have teams that we like or root for. I put all that aside. My big gripe with VAR is, what's the reason for it if we're not going to get calls right?
Yeah,
that's my whole gripe. But if it's going to exist, let it exist. I don't care if it takes 20 minutes. Make the right fucking call and be consistent. Otherwise, what do we have it for? We're calling marginal offsides and bullshit.
Yeah, some of those marginal offsides that they call are, I know it's by the rule of the law, but it's like they'll get a guy for a toenail offsides, coming back from an offside position, like running away from goal, like stuff like that, and then they miss like some obvious calls. So yeah, I heard a little brief talk they had on the Sirius station, the soccer station too, and they were saying like the one guy was like, I was all for VAR when it was like we were wanting it, and now that it's here, like, I want to get rid of it because it's like I'd almost rather have the refs make a mistake here and there and just blame human error than the fact that you have all this stuff on video and you're still getting it wrong.
And again, I think they even said that it's easy to call out Arsenal, but like, if there's a game that legitimately has title implications and there's something that is suspect, I'm not saying right call, wrong call. We could get into that debate in any game on any call, but if there's something that's, I don't know, like, spend fucking an extra 5 minutes in the VAR room and get the call right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The only thing VAR is good for is the male loneliness epidemic, because if they got all the calls right, what would we have to talk about?
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's they just can't seem to get it right, whether we have VAR or not. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, don't get it.
All right, jumping over to the Premier League. The schedule's kind of wonky this match day because we have a Friday match, a couple Sunday matches, and then we've got Monday and Tuesday because of the FA Cup. I guess teams get a little rest in between. It kicks off with your boys, Andrew. Liverpool at Villa. This has basically whoever wins this probably finishes 4th. The loser probably finishes 5th, which we know based on the conversation we had with Scotty a couple weeks ago. If Villa's 5th and win the Europa League next week, it gets a 6-team in. If Villa wins this, finishes 4th, it changes that whole dynamic. So what do you make of this one? Both teams are plus money on the money line. I know Villa probably rests some guys, you would think. But what do you think?
I think Villa are going to rest the entire team, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they have not won they haven't won a trophy. I think it's like 30 or 40 years. Emery is a guy who has obviously won more Europa Leagues than anybody else. And they have, multiple routes. They have a route into the Champions League kind of regardless. I don't think they're going to risk playing a first team in this one when there's a trophy on the line. I do think Liverpool get all 3 points here, but I bet that last week and it blew up in my face. So I'm not betting this game. I say that until the lineups drop, and then I will find some stupid play that I will put something in. But I think Villa are going to rotate pretty heavily here. And I do think Liverpool have gotten a little healthier in the middle of the week. Like, Isak came on at the end of the game for last week. I would expect that he's going to come in and start here. Salah is apparently coming close to returning. Alisson could be back, or at least on the bench. I mean, not that you're going to make a goalkeeper change, but I don't know. I mean, the vibes at Liverpool, I don't think have been lower than they have all season right now. I mean, that's definitely a lie. We had a really bad run there in the middle, but the vibes are bad right now. I just kind of hope that the players kind of look at this as like, hey, we win this, we clinch Champions League. We can, just focus on giving Mo Salah a fun send off in that Brentford game at the end of the season. And the funny thing is, depending on how the table plays out, I don't think it's likely now, but there was a situation there where Brentford may come to Anfield the last game of the season and want to lose.
Yes, Scott was saying that, yes.
Yeah, like if Villa finish 5th, then that 6th place spot becomes a Champions League spot, and then it's going to be. But I think Brighton and Bournemouth have kind of jumped them, and I mean I know Bournemouth have a game against City, and I don't remember who else Brentford have, but. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping Liverpool just come in and knock it out and get all 3 points here and be done with this and not have to worry about maybe I think they're like 90% into the Champions League at this point, but don't make it dramatic, but they probably will.
So yeah, it would be hard for either of these teams to miss out. They're both 4 up on Bournemouth, who's got City, who obviously City will be gunning for it on Tuesday just to keep alive their title hopes going to the last match day, depending on what happens with the Arsenal match. But yeah, I think in terms of the Brentford situation, Brentford is in 8th now. They're probably not going to want to just throw that last game, like you said, because that dynamic's kind of changed. I do think, I agree. I think Villa rest pretty much anybody who's going to be of importance come midweek against Freiburg, because you're going to want that trophy. Obviously, you've got the Champions League locked up either way, most likely. They should win that game against Freiburg, but you're not going to take it for granted and get somebody hurt, an Ollie Watkins or somebody who's important to the side. So, but I agree. I don't know if I could bet Liverpool money line either, because of the way they've been playing, even against like what probably is a second team Villa side.
I feel like the draw at plus 275 isn't that bad. I kind of like under 2.5 at plus 150. Because who's scoring the goals in this one? I mean, you said Poole's getting a little healthier. That's great. They've still kind of struggled all season to score. It doesn't really matter who's on the field. And if Villa's rotating the way we think they are, I don't think it's unreasonable for a 1-1, for a 1-0 Liverpool win, 2-0 Liverpool win, potentially. I don't know. I think that's a possibility. Villa basically to not score is plus 300.
2 of the last 3 head-to-head
score plus 650. I don't know. Throwing some options out there. It's like you said, Liverpool is essentially burned me all season, so I don't really know what to make of them. But I am on the bandwagon from the start of the season that I'm not just a big believer in Aston Villa. I don't think they're that great. But here they are, about to make Champions League.
Going to win a European trophy. So yeah.
Who got the last laugh there? It's not me. Yeah. But I just don't know. They don't impress me in any game I watch ever. They haven't once this year.
Yeah.
And yet here they are in 5th place.
Yeah. So I'll read out the Sunday matches, you guys, because we don't have to go through every match, and every match is meaningful. Probably not betting every match, but this is what we got in the Sunday slate with the FA Cup. Saturday, you've got United hosting Forest on the early match. Then you've got Everton, Sunderland, Wolves, Fulham, Leeds, Brighton, Brentford, Palace, and Newcastle, West Ham. Anything there that interests you on Sunday?
Yeah, don't hate me, but I kind of like Everton at home. I feel like they've been really strong at home. Minus 110 just is a weird number. I don't think they're that much better than Sunderland, but they're almost a 3-1 favorite, more than the 3-1 favorite. I just feel like it's an Everton win.
I don't know if they can still catch Europe, and I kind of feel like they might be on the beach. Is my one thing. Like they've had some brutal last second results, which you absolutely you hate to see. Couldn't happen to a nicer group of guys that they just keep giving up these like 95th minute, winners or equalizers. And I think they are like, I mean, they could still, they would need Manchester City to win the FA Cup, and they'd have to jump Brentford. And that's just going to be, that might not be easy to do for them to get into Conference League, but they've basically thrown away a European chance. Everton have been scoring goals. I would look at team total over 1.5.
I think the over 2.5 in the game is even money. I mean, that's not bad either.
No, it's not. Sunderland, though, look, they were a team I kind of thought were going to get relegated. So for them to be sniffing top half and finishing
12,
above
12
Newcastle,
and 12.
I think
if you of like average, right? Mid.
Yeah.
if you had told a Sunderland supporter that they were going to do that and I think win both of the derby games against Newcastle, they would have bitten your hand off for it. So
they've done very well for a team up in the Premier League for the first time in a bunch of seasons for sure.
Bless
you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Goals flying in, Nick. We got a Portland goal.
Myself on here.
We got the 2-2.
All right, we're in.
That play's still in play there. It looks like
Galaxy are down though. Those jerks.
Yeah. And Galaxy and Minnesota. Yep. Gonna need the comeback there. What do you think? I mean, I know Fulham really nothing to play for. Do you think them at -110 at Wolves is in play there? You think it's hard to trust any of these teams, right?
It's kind of a pass for me. Yeah. I mean, like if I wanted some action, I'd look at Wolves on the spread probably because I hate Fulham, and I'd probably be wrong.
I think the two games to look at are the two teams that have something to play for, and that's Brentford and that's Brighton.
I was going to say both Brighton at +115.
Both money line. Just taking money line. They have to get a result. Like, why overcomplicate it? You know what I mean? And and Palace are gonna rotate. You know what I mean? Like,
they had to play.
They only care about they're safe. They only care about Conference League. They're gonna put out a rotated roster most likely. They're not gonna risk, Mateta or Wharton or Salt. They're going to – I mean, I think there's maybe – if you're from a Palace perspective, I would maybe look at, like, maybe if you can get a Brennan Johnson or Jeremy Pino or one of those, like, rotational guys. If you can get, like, shot on target or shot props at a good price. Like, Palace have shown their hand the last couple of weeks where they have rotated. So I'd go look at those lineups and make sure that they do rotate on Sunday. But I think –
I mean, does it matter if they do? When was the last time they won a game in the Premier League?
It doesn't matter anymore. They're safe, and they have a cup final to get them into Europa League.
That's what I mean. I don't care if they played a full lineup. Is what I'm saying. They just haven't been good.
Right. But what I'm saying that if you were going to go with the Palace, if you were going to go for the Palace directive of a guy trying to play himself into that final, maybe that's your only angle. But I think Brentford take care of business, and Brighton are on a good run here. Brighton are 7-1-2 in their last 10. They shit the bed a couple weeks ago, and I bet them against Newcastle. But other than that, they've been flying.
Yeah, and I love the number on the money line at plus 115.
Yeah, Leeds though are also on a good run too. Other than that loss to Chelsea, they've been decent.
And I'm trying to in your mind.
How do you feel about West Ham? I mean, I know they're plus 225. I'm not saying on the money line. Do you think they get any kind of result at Newcastle, who's really got nothing to play for, and they're fighting for their lives? They're double chances -140.
I don't want to touch that game because I do think that. Yeah, I think it's a great chance. I mean, if you're a Tottenham fan, you're on your hands and knees rooting for Newcastle on Sunday because Newcastle could show up and win that game. I also like the weird thing is Newcastle technically, I don't know if they're official, like they need a miracle, but like if they win their last two games and teams lose out, I think they could jump into like a Conference League or Europa League spot. But like I think they need a miracle. But I don't know. Newcastle to me are a team that I think they're gonna have a lot of changes in the offseason. I think Eddie's gone.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. 16 losses. That's bad.
I don't have odds up for the City or Chelsea Spurs match yet, probably because they're both playing on the FA Cup. So the only other one I have odds listed for here on DraftKings is Arsenal at -1100 against Burnley. I think that's a foregone conclusion. I mean, if Burnley were to ruin their title hopes, that would
Burnley
be
to score plus
insane.
120.
I mean, the spread in this match is 2.5. So that says something.
I would actually take Burnley on the spread there because I don't think Arsenal will. I think it'll be 2-0.
Yeah, they're not the type of team to go out and run out with 3-4
Honestly,
goals,
if it was 3, I would take 3. Like in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even hestate.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's -185. So you gotta. It's a little too much. You can get 2 3/4 at -140, but the 3 is not coming in.
I mean, better bet there for odds wise is both teams to score plus 125. Because if Burnley get a goal, I mean they'd be covering anyway. You think?
Yeah, you would think.
I don't know. Can't touch it. Fucking.
But like Andrew said, I could easily see a 2-0 with the way Arsenal play. So, yeah. So we don't have odds for it. But what do you think of? Chelsea's gonna be coming off a
yeah. So they're listed on Hard Rock. Chelsea's plus 110 at home. Tottenham is plus 220. Draw plus 275.
Yeah, similar lines. It looks like on BetMGM because SofaScore has the BetMGM lines for that match, and it's plus 240 on Spurs. I mean, you almost have to like Spurs on like a draw no bet, no? At plus 150?
Yeah.
Needing something to just kind of secure safety against a Chelsea team that's been terrible, probably going to get beaten by City on Saturday.
Yeah. Double chance is minus 140, and I'd honestly probably lay the juice.
Yeah, like I don't see them losing that match. They can't afford to.
But we can hope and pray.
Can't we? Certainly would make the last week really interesting.
I would love to know when the last time Tottenham won at Stamford Bridge was.
Let's see.
But I don't know if I have belief that this
Chelsea's won 5 straight head-to-heads, it says.
No shit.
I don't know if I have the belief that this Chelsea team are just going to wake up and be like, all right, we have to beat the shit out of Tottenham.
I know.
Like, I don't think this group of guys gives a shit.
So the last time they won at Chelsea, geez, I'm going back all the way to January of 2018, if I didn't miss one here on SofaScore. Last time Spurs won it's the last time Spurs won at Stamford Bridge.
Wow.
January of 18. So it doesn't happen often. Yeah, it does not happen often.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But again, like given the circumstances, given Chelsea playing on Saturday, like Andrew said, is this Chelsea side getting up to like hammer Spurs and try to get them relegated? I don't know. After playing City and possibly getting
after 36 weeks of betting the narrative, I think it's time to just face the inevitable.
Yeah.
There was a lot of goals that came in here.
Miami just got a 4th after the keeper for Cincy crashed into his defender trying to catch the ball. 7 goals in that match. Chicago got another.
Guys, if you're not watching MLS, I don't know what you're doing. MLS is the fucking best.
Philly came back. That match is 3-3 with Orlando. That's just another goal fest. Like there's goals.
Chicago.
I have it on in the background here, the goal show, and it's just they're just flying it left and right. Yeah.
Chicago hit over 2.5 by themselves. Fucking legends.
This might be our best MLS week in a while, Nick.
I hope so. We need Minnesota to turn it around.
Yeah.
And LA.
Yeah, I need an LA goal.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen enough of it to know for sure, but like if they're down 1-0 at half, how do you not take like a double chance on them if it's playable, right?
Definitely. Sporting fucking stinks.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we jump over to Serie A?
No. I think we're good.
Let's pull up those odds here. So we still don't know when most of these matches are going to be played because Italy's just a disaster. And you've got the league wanting to play the matches early Sunday, meaningful matches for the Champions League because there's a tennis final in Rome. And obviously the Rome Derby is the big match that day. Whereas I don't know what organization, I don't know if it's the public safety people want them to play Monday afternoon. They're currently all still listed for Monday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is like midday in Italy. You've got Juve, Fiorentina, Como, Parma, Pisa, Napoli, Genoa, Milan, and Roma, Lazio all scheduled to play at the same time because all those matches mean something. I'm just going to pull up the table here real quick to read it out. Because in Italy, we've got 5 teams playing for basically 3 spots at this point. Kansas City just went up 2 goals too, by the way.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So we've got Napoli in second on 70 points, Juve in third on 68 points, Milan and Roma level on 67, Milan holding the tiebreaker in fourth for the last Champions League spot, and then Como sitting in sixth at 65, still with a chance to sneak their way in. So it's wild. I guess we start with the Rome Derby just because that's the big head-to-head. Nick, your boys played today. Normally, we get a lot more hype for this match because it's not Nick just playing out the string of the season here, but big spread for Rome Derby, minus 195 for Roma, considered the home side. against a Lazio side coming off a loss to Inter in the Coppa Italia final today, which also means that the 6th place is definitely a Europa League spot for whichever teams don't get into this Champions League spots. Both of them will be Europa League teams next year. How do you feel about this one, Nick? Is this a spot where Lazio can, stick it to Roma a little bit, or is this the way Roma's playing right now?
No, we joked about it last week that, if you polled Lazio fans, I almost guaranteed they would tell you they would rather beat Roma than to win the Coppa Italia, which obviously they'll probably do neither here looking at it. Pathetic performance today. I don't really have any other way to put it. I don't think there's any shame in losing to Inter, but I don't think they threatened goal once in 90 minutes. They got absolutely overrun. So I don't really have anything good to say. I mean, the feel good, hang the banner of, hey, we made a final. Great. You're not making Europe. There's nothing exciting going on. Sadi's probably gone. Not the worst thing in the world, but who's going to come in and manage this team? So what do they have to look forward to? Well, they have this game where they could basically ensure Roma doesn't make Champions League if they win. Does that motivate them? Probably. Will the fans be hyped and motivated for it? Probably. Can Lazio realistically win this game? I don't think so. Where are their goals coming from? That's really just the one question that we've been asking from week 1. They've played 36 games. They've scored 39 goals. I don't even know how they're in 9th with fucking goal scoring numbers that bad. So I don't really know what to say. Can they potentially get a goal in the Rome derby? -110 both teams to score. That's the bet that jumped out at me, but I don't know. This feels like a disgusting Roma 1-0 win. Malin gets a goal, or Pellegrini gets his one goal a season. He's pretty good for that every time he plays Lazio. His shining 10 minutes of the season.
What better to endear yourself to the Roma fans, right? Than
right.
scoring Lazio.
I think he scored in like the last 3 or 4 games, right? The only time he's done anything. I saw Dybala's back. He maybe is taking a pay cut to stay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the couple things that jump out at me, I know not a great number on Malin, but he's just been on fire. He's +120 to score a goal, and Dybala gave him the penalty kick at the end of the match last week. So if they're giving up PKs to him too, that's even better. Because in these matches, we get some funky stuff sometimes. I like him to get 2 shots on target at even money. He's a volume shooter since he's come to Rome, and he's often hitting 2 shots on target a match. I've hit that a couple times this season. Roma, obviously, in the money line is too juiced. Even their team total on -155 right now is too juiced. I would say if it's still 0-0 and they're like looking pretty threatening 20-30 minutes in and it comes down, I might consider team total live or money line live, depending on how much that moves. Probably not enough. But yeah, it doesn't, because Lazio has been so bad, it doesn't leave a lot of bets that I love here.
Crazy thing with Malin is he's not out of the Serie A Golden Boot race right now.
No, I was looking at it today and I said to myself, it could, crazier things could happen than him scoring 4 goals, right, or 5 goals in the last 2 matches. What is he 4 behind Lautaro?
No, right, but what's the number?
Oh, I don't know if they have a number for him to win it. Let's see if there's a future.
I'm checking. Let's see if I can find something.
Goals scored in both
13
halves.
goals since January. Serie A record for a January signing.
Goals scored in both halves, no, +105.
That doesn't make sense. How is that available?
I don't know. But if you're telling me there's not a disgusting 0-0 half somewhere in this game, I think there is.
I mean, there could be. It depends. It depends, because there's weeks that Roma will get one, they'll give one up, or then they'll need another. Like last week, that Roma match ended up being 5 goals with Parma. So it depends, I think, how early we get a first goal.
How'd they get 5 goals in that one, Steve?
They scored 3, but
the
last one came out a penalty kick.
And okay, gotcha. After an extra 5 minutes added on.
No, the foul occurred. The foul occurred in 95 plus, and it was 6 minutes of stoppage time, and then it went to VAR, and that's why the goal scored 90 plus 10. Yeah.
Does that happen to any other team or just Roma?
I'm sure it has.
Okay.
Sure it has.
Interesting.
If you had Messi hat trick, though, cash your ticket now because he scored a third. So,
dude, the thing is, you can't even play Messi hat trick. Like the number's not even good enough.
Like, was it like plus 300 probably?
Yeah, it's like plus 400, plus 500. Yeah. Nothing spectacular.
I got a number on Mullen, Golden Boot winner, plus 3,300.
I thought it might be a little bit bigger, being that he's 4 goals behind with 2 to go, but. Yeah, I mean, the way he's been scoring, if like he gets a couple this match and Lautaro's kind of like playing out the string of matches, you don't know. Like he would lose a tiebreak because Lautaro's got all those assists too. I would imagine it comes out to a tiebreak if they end up 17 each, right?
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that hurts it a little bit. But just what he's done under Gasperini since he's come over is kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe something fun to root for. Throw a little beer money on it, but
throw $10 on it, right? Plus 3,300. It's like.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Could be better. I agree.
If you like him to score a brace like he did last week, he's plus 650.
I think the better play then is to roll it over, to do that.
Yeah.
Like play a brace at plus 650, and then if it hits, you roll it over the next game.
To another brace.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. But I like that. I like the in terms of the shot prop, I like that one.
Yeah, he's got to be the guy.
Yeah, if you got him for a hat trick, he's plus 3,500 just in this match. So
there you go. That's even better.
Then he'll become a Roma legend. So cement his legacy in the first 6 months that he's at the club. So the other matches that are also meaningful, let's look at those quick. We've got Juve. I mean, all these, the favorites are big favorites. You've got Juve minus 320 against Fiorentina, Como minus 425 against Parma, Napoli is at Pisa minus 255, and Milan minus 140 at Genoa. Let me ask you this.
Feels like a big number for them.
Yeah. Who feel I didn't see that until I scrolled down, but who feels like they're the most likely to drop points and maybe play their way out of a Champions League place right now? Is it Milan, or do you think maybe Fiorentina can trip up Juve?
Fiorentina are safe. They're on the beach. They're good. They're chilling. It's Milan, bro. Milan are.
You got to remember who the manager for Genoa is too, right? I mean, De Rossi's the manager, and I'm sure his preference would be Roma in the Champions League ahead of Milan, right? He's gonna have his boys ready, I would hope. That's my hope, at least as a De Rossi fan and a Roma fan.
I'm on a pause with Genoa. I was betting over 2.5s in their game for a little too long. There was a second there where they were hot and they were giving up goals and scoring goals, and I can't. I'm not allowed to. I'm on a pause. We're on a break.
1-1 last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to draw from them. If I get a draw to them and Roma does what they should do this week, I'll be good with it.
I mean, to answer your question, I think it's tough for Roma situationally because this is by far the biggest derby match because of the standings. But it's Milan the way they've been playing. I mean, they just
that's what it is. I mean, they to maybe 5th place after this weekend if things don't go their way.
Yeah. Juve, I think they found the form. I mean, part of me wants to say Fiorentina plus 1.5 and they could hang around. I don't know if they can do it.
Juve's unbeaten in 10 though, right? I think it's 10 matches now.
They found the form. They figured it out. So good for them, I guess. But man, Parma plus 1,100 seems a little.
You've got 1,100. I've only got 800 here.
Seems a little disrespectful for a Como team again. And listen, they went through that rocky patch where I thought they were going to be completely out of it. They've obviously picked it up the last couple of weeks. But Parma's been scoring a lot of goals. So could they potentially trip up this Como side? I don't think that's out of the question. Parma to score is minus 110.
Yeah.
Both teams to score is plus 110. If you want to get really silly and go on the spread, Parma plus 2 plus 1.5 is even money. They gave Roma a run for their money.
I could be mistaken here, but didn't Como minimum secure Europa League today?
They did. By Lazio losing, they're secured in a Europa League spot.
I mean, they could still jump Roma or Milan here, but like, I think there's a better chance they jump Milan than Roma, to be honest. Who does Roma close with? Oh, they go to Hellas. Yeah, they'll be fine.
Someone not very good, yeah.
And then I mean, Como played Parma and Cremonese. I don't know. I mean, Como are everything that Inter aren't. Like, or Como. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me retract that. Como do the same thing Inter do. They beat the teams that they're better than. They don't beat the teams that are better than them. And I just look at them as looking at like Fabregas will have this team up for these games.
So they quietly now have the best defense in the league.
It's kind of been an all season thing.
I think because Roma's been giving up goals lately. They are
Milan, right?
Now
it was
better,
Roma and Milan pretty much all year.
Yeah.
And
Juve's got the second best now at 30 conceded. Como's conceded 28, Roma 31, Milan 32, Inter 31. Yeah. So they've quietly got the best defense.
Yeah, credit to them. But I don't know. I feel like Parma get on the score sheet. They make it a little bit interesting. I like them to score a goal at minus 110. But I did just, of all the teams that haven't been there, they haven't been there the most. And again, we discuss this all the time. I'm just tired of this underdog story bullshit that gets floated around about them and how, they were in Serie B last year, 2 years ago, and this and that and whatever. It's like, dude, they spent more money than the rest of the league.
They've got the richest owners in the league, I think, at this point, right?
So I don't know. I mean, good for them that you still have to scout and get players and buy players. Yeah. I'm not knocking any of that, but come on.
No, just making the Europa League is an accomplishment and a half for a club of that stature.
No doubt.
I was out arguing it with some buddies that are big Serie A fans, one Roma, one Juve, that Como are good for the league, and they were not seeing my vision. Like I fully believe that Fabregas is going to eventually integrate some Italian youth. He's just not going to spend the exorbitant amount of money on Italian youth when he can go get somebody from like the Greek second league and turn him into, whatever. Like he's going to get better money for value in Spain or whatever. And so they're going to do that.
They're good for the league if other teams start doing what they do and
correct
developing and investing. And I mean, really investing is the thing that, I mean, if other teams are going to start throwing money around and
they got to start playing Italians to be good for the
giving
league
young managers a chance to do what he's done. Not everybody's going to be a Fabregas, right? I mean, I'm not saying that, but I don't know.
I'm seeing the vision.
Early San Jose goal in the chat.
All right, let's go.
Which that double chance looks really good if they score first. They've been really good against the good teams in the league. So
need it.
The rest of Serie A, obviously the Inter match has no bearing on anything against Verona. Atalanta Bologna, that's just two like mid clubs playing each other. Atalanta, I think, is going to end up in Conference League. They've got a nice little cushion against Bologna. But the two relegation matches, you've got Lecce 1 point up on Cremonese. Cremonese is at Udinese, and Lecce is at Sassuolo. Does either of those clubs get a result on the road to maybe get themselves safe?
Really, really tough. I could maybe see a draw in this Cremonese-Udinese game just because I can't make heads or tails of Udinese, and they're on like a 3-match winning streak. So if they pull out another one, I'll be very, very surprised. Like this would be the week that I bet on them because they're plus money playing the 18th place team, and they don't win. So I can see it from that narrative. But man, Sassuolo money line looks really, really, really good in this one.
Yeah, I think it's hard to, and they let us down, right? Last week, Sassuolo, they let us down. We had on the money line on Friday, so
we want to go a little safer. Both teams to score is minus 130.
But Lecce doesn't score. Lecce doesn't score, right? When they don't win, they don't score.
But I mean, if you're telling me they need points, they need something.
They do. Do they do it? I don't know.
Let's see. Udinese, Cremonese, both teams to score, also minus 130.
I think that's the more likely both teams to score match. Not that Cremonese is great, but I think they have a better chance of scoring. That makes sense. Just because Lecce, personally, I'd like to see Lecce stay up because they're from Puglia. That's where my family's from in Italy, so it's nice to have a team from down there in Serie A. But can't trust them because they just don't score.
Let's see.
That's Helen Mirren's club.
Who's that?
Lecce is Helen Mirren's club. She shows up to games at the beginning part of the season because she's vacationing there. Yeah,
sure. They finished the season. So Cremonese finishes the season with Como, who probably will need points.
Yep.
And
or maybe not.
Lecce finishes the season with Genoa. So if I'm looking at it, I I don't know, man. Now or never, really, for both of them.
Yeah. And then Cagliari, I guess, technically is not safe yet because they also played that time slot. They're 6 points ahead of Cremonese. They're not going to go down, but they also played that time against Torino, which I'm not touching that.
Torino's been good. I don't know.
I'd love Torino to be good next week against Juventus to close the season out. That'd be
chance.
That'd be something.
No
but they never
shot.
show up against Juve. Yeah, they never do. Yeah, there it is. There's that Quakes goal 2 minutes in.
Huge.
Man, too early for me to even put them back. I never put them in. But yeah, this team, we've been riding them, Nick. They are playing very well. Bruce has them playing.
They're hot.
And Werner's been out, I think, the last couple matches too.
Yeah, I missed the last 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's we're gonna petition Paramount to do a wraparound for the entire weekend, or just give up the coverage.
Yeah, I mean, if there was ever a time, right? Now's the time.
Did Napoli score 3 goals against Pisa? That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, Pisa stinks pretty bad.
Plus 180 for Napoli to score 3.
I don't know if that's even a big enough number for me to take a chance on them to score 3 goals.
Yeah, I need that at least plus 225. Honestly, for Napoli, I need that at plus 300. But for most teams, I need that at plus 225.
The way Napoli's been scoring or lack thereof, I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just trying to find some stuff out there.
Stuttgart got.
Yeah.
I don't know how much there's in these other leagues, but one match I like in the Bundesliga just because of table position and what the team needs. Stuttgart is at Eintracht Frankfurt. Stuttgart's minus 115 on the money line. They have to win basically to secure Champions League because they're level on points with Hoffenheim, who is at Mönchengladbach. I mean, I would even maybe think about parlaying the two of them. They're minus 155. I think they both win. Because I mean, how do you drop that match and miss out on Champions League? Minus 115. I think it's a great number on them.
Is this the last game of the season? Or is there more?
Yeah, because they only play 34 because it's an 18-team league. So
and then Stuttgart have the Pokal next weekend too. They're playing Bayern in the final.
Wow, that's a weird number.
And then the interesting one too. I mean, it's because Freiburg plays Wednesday. They're in a weird position because if they lose the final to Villa, and then they lose this weekend also, and then Frankfurt were to get a result because Frankfurt needs that match too, technically. So, which is probably why the number is playable in Stuttgart. But Freiburg could miss out on Europe altogether if they lose the final and lose on Saturday, and Frankfurt gets some kind of result. So they're plus 160 hosting Leipzig, who Leipzig is safe in the Champions League spot. So that's an interesting dynamic too, in the way things worked out in the Bundesliga there. I don't know if
Leipzig will be playing all the kids, right?
You would think. You would think, but like, how much does Freiburg rotate with Villa looming on Wednesday? Like, do you put your eggs in the weekend basket into Leipzig and secure at least Conference League, or do you take a shot to try to secure Europa League and a trophy?
I don't know. Some teams don't have that luxury, so
which I don't think they do. Right? They probably don't.
Yeah.
So maybe they're playable at that number, depending on what kind of line.
Is this just is this just an all hands on deck fireworks over 3.5 game at minus 130?
Could be. Leipzig.
What's Frankfurt been doing lately? I haven't kept up with that.
Hang on, I got it. Frankfurt winless in their last 4 with 3 losses. They're 3-3-4 in their last 10. 10 of the last 15 Frankfurt games have at least gone over 2.5.
Yeah, I Stuttgart matches and Frankfurt matches tend to have goals. I mean, you could definitely go over 3 if it's playable. Have a little safety against the 3.5, but I like Stuttgart.
I gotta go Stuttgart.
I gotta go Stuttgart minus 115.
Yeah, if you want something that gets you you really want to get a plus number, tack on over 2.5. It's 11-15 for Stuttgart in the Bundesliga and 10-15 for Frankfurt.
Yeah, I dig it. Let's see let's build that up. That is plus 115.
You've got like direct relegation head to head too to close out the season. St. Pauli and Wolfsburg.
Oh man,
that's interesting.
Oh shit!
Direct head to head.
Wolfsburg just needs to draw then, right?
Not really, because them, Heidenheim and St. Pauli are all on 26. So if Heidenheim were to win at home against Mainz, they could jump out of it. Yeah. So it's interesting, the Bundesliga this last weekend.
I do want to say we have a crazy one in Scotland on Saturday morning, if people are so inclined. I talked about it at the beginning of the show. Celtic got a result. You got a late winner, very dramatic winner, against Motherwell. They are a point behind Hearts.
Oh, they're playing head-to-head. Yeah.
They play head-to-head on Saturday. Hearts lose. They lose the league that they've been up on top of all season. Hearts are 4-1 to win this game. They did beat Celtic earlier this season. I thought this game was at Hearts, but maybe I'm now seeing that it's at Celtic. Yeah, it's at Celtic.
Looks like
Park,
it's in Glasgow, yeah.
which I don't like. But Hearts are unbeaten against Celtic this season. They beat them 3-1 at home, drew with them in January at Hearts, and then beat them straight up 2-1 at Celtic Park in December. I mean, over 3.5 at plus 125. The number's gross, but like, I think you have the opportunity for total chaos there.
Yeah,
I think too, if you like Hearts, you get them on the double chance at plus 130. A draw secures the league for them, right?
Yeah, I can't play. I already have. I put in a whale play on the future of them at plus 210 in like November. That I think Bob D probably knows about. That's why he's saying go Hearts in the comments. But yeah, I would look at like first half over 1.5 there. Both of these teams have been scoring early. I don't know if I'm up at 7:30 on Saturday to watch that, but
oh yes, you are. Come on, you're invested. You've been invested since November.
Yeah.
There's no way you're not up watching this shit.
I should be. I was furious on my couch this afternoon watching that absolute travesty.
I'm trying to figure out a fun way for you to even hedge this, but
and that's also Paramount too, right? The Scottish Premier League.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck. I don't know, dude. What do you Celtic minus 1.5? I mean, what?
I'm not hedging. I'm not hedging. I'm just gonna let it ride.
There's really nothing for you to do.
I could look and see what the cash out is. I put 8 units on it. Let me see what the cash out option is right now. Yeah, the cash out is like 1.5 units. I mean, like it's a 1.5 units profit, but at that point, I'm not.
Man, that's crazy. I'm gonna get up and watch it. I think that's gonna be a great game.
I do think it's gonna be a great game. Celtic, Hearts were flying today against Falkirk, and Celtic. I mean, I think Hearts are a team that can hit them on the counter. So
I just want to know, like, who fucking schedules this shit where these guys are playing on Wednesday and then we get to decide the league on Saturday?
So this is the cool thing about the Scottish Premier League because it's only 12 teams. So you play everybody 3 times.
Oh, that's why there's so many. Okay.
You play everybody 3 times, and then they split the league. The top 6 go into like the championship bracket, and the bottom 6 go into the relegation bracket. And you play each of those 5 teams one more time. So like essentially it's like built so that like Rangers and Celtic play each other 4 times, not including the 2. They have like an FA Cup and a League Cup. So it's built so that, you know, they can get 6 Old Firm derbies throughout the season. And I think they build that schedule around like this exact scenario happening where you first playing second, last game of the season, because, you know, they know that the Scottish Premier League and they need more eyes on them. So,
oh wait,
here we are talking about
Hearts jump Rangers today based on the results. Is that what happened?
No. Hearts have been in first for a minute. I think. So
Rangers lost today, right?
Yeah, Rangers have lost 3 straight. They like beat Hearts and then have like lost every game since. But Celtic have kind of come on a tear. Celtic fired their manager, brought in Martin O'Neill, brought in Nancy, fired Nancy, brought back Martin O'Neill. And now here we are. Hearts are now owned by Tony Bloom, who's a hero of all of ours because he's a professional gambler and is now bought into soccer teams. Tony Bloom owns like 10% of Hearts and basically gave them the algorithm that Brighton uses to scout these like no-name players. And they like legitimately, like one of their players is like a Greek winger that they signed from like the second Bundesliga this year for like 50,000 euros or whatever, and has a ton of goals. So they've just got the algorithm working overtime there. And the craziness is that this could be the first time Celtic or Rangers hasn't won the SPFL since 1986 when it was Sir Alex at Aberdeen.
That's nuts.
Wild. I was just looking. The line on Rangers is very playable too for a team that could win the league, right? If Hearts lose, they could. Is that what am I seeing on the table with the 70 for Hearts and 69 for Rangers? Is that different than what we're going off of here?
Yeah. Hang on. Let me pull it up. Yeah. No, I mean, Hearts are on 80 and Celtic are on 79. Rangers are on 69.
This is not updated. Oh, yeah. It's missing like 4 match days. I don't know. That's weird on SofaScore. That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, because I got to go with the championship round. There we go. Okay. So that's why Rangers are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense now. Okay. So forget that thought. But it's still a playable number on Rangers. So minus 125 at Falkirk.
So I watched 0 games this year. I can name 0 players in the league, but I will be up at 7:30 to watch that shit.
You'll probably know a couple guys on Celtic. They have Kelechi Iheanacho, formerly of Manchester City and Leicester.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I should know because Roma played them, but I don't think I was able to watch that match when they played them in Europa League.
Did Roma win?
I believe they did. I think they beat Rangers and Celtic in Europa this year. Or might have drawn one of them. I forget.
So Roma could win the Scottish Premier League is what you're telling me.
I would bet on that, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, right. I got one. You know Kieran Tierney, formerly of Arsenal, the left back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He starts Chamberlain is on Celtic, it looks like.
Okay. Oh, yep. There you go. Austin Trusty of the U.S. men's national team.
All right.
That's all I got for you.
Hey. That's if I gave you an over
Cameron Carter Vickers.
I would have went way under, so we're good.
Yeah, Carter Vickers, Nick, from the U.S. men's national team.
Oh, there you go.
Defender. There you go. Yeah. Kasper Schmeichel's their goalie.
No, he's hurt though. He's hurt,
but he's on the roster, so you would know him. Okay.
Yeah, he had that like really emotional conversation with his dad and Kate on the Galazzo, the like post show on Champions League, and he was like, "Yeah, I might not play ever again." And yeah,
thanks for that.
All right. Before we sign off, we gotta get some MLS updates here. So we've got 2-2 Dallas Vancouver right now. Minnesota is still down 1-0 to Colorado. KC is still up 2-0 on the Galaxy, 57th minute. LAFC still down. Got 0-0. Salt Lake and Houston just started 20 minutes ago. San Diego 2 quickies. They're up 2-0, and San Jose is up 1-0 on Seattle, Nick. So our early plays, I think, all cash because we hit the double chance on Portland.
Yep.
We hit the 3 overs we had. So early play is good. So far, so good on Seattle. We need something out of the 2 LA clubs and Minnesota to kind of really have a nice day. Do you think any of them are worth playing live?
I mean, Minnesota double. Well, obviously, I'm not watching the game, but let me take a look here at a little momentum chart to see what's happening, just to give me a feel. No, it looks decent. I would say Minnesota double chance if it's in play because they're at home. They're really good at home. I think
double chance is minus 120 right now.
That's probably worth this. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I haven't watched the game. I certainly would love to have a little bit of knowledge of what's going on, but the stats look okay. Looks like they've pretty much outplayed them. More shots, better XG. I think they have the better team. They're at home. It's obviously why we like them on the money line.
LAFC is intriguing too at plus 120 in the double chance. It seems like they've got the better stats. I like, again, we haven't been watching. It's got the highlight show on here, but
I'm ready to call them frauds. I don't know. I'm ready to do it.
Man, I know we don't have anything in this Dallas Vancouver game, but it's been a good one so far. 2-2.
I'll throw all this shit on right now. But LA Galaxy, I mean, I know they also have not been good. Not saying that, but Sporting KC is like the
second
worst
to
team
last.
on the planet.
If they win this match, they're second to last.
And
in the 30-team league. Yeah.
They're gonna shut you guys out. Come on. 30 minutes to get a goal for Andrew here in this one, but
I need a goal from the Galaxy. I need a goal from Austin. Well, I two-leg both teams to score parlay, two teams that just love both teams to score, apparently.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that match just started. I'm sure Austin will get one.
Plenty of time.
All right, Andrew, before we let you go, let everybody know where they can find you and all you do.
You can follow my Twitter. It's right here at Andrew Pissarro. You can follow my other soccer betting podcast if you're looking for more insight on a lot of musings, predominantly around the Premier League, at the Plus Money Pod. You see Nick on there from time to time. And then, yeah, those are the places. You can follow me there.
All right. So thanks again for coming on, Andrew. Nick, anything you want to leave the listeners with?
Yeah, man. Fuck Roma. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the worst position ever. I got 3 teams I hate the most, or all two out of the 3 of them are going to make the fucking Champions League. So I don't even know what's exciting to say.
Yeah, I mean, if Roma gets in, I'll be happy. If they don't, obviously, I'll just be saying the same thing I've been saying all year. You can't beat a good team head to head, and that's what's going to kill them. That's the tie breaks are going to kill Roma. I'm going to watch them have more points than last year because they're on pace to have 4 more points than last year if they win out. And they'll still miss Champions League after they missed by 1 point last year.
And it's kind of crazy because the league hasn't even been that. Now you're going to get up and be going after we sign off here for another 5 minutes. But like the league hasn't even been good. It's
funny. The league hasn't been good, but the cutoff for Champions League is going to be higher than it was the past like 3 or 4 seasons.
That's nuts to me.
Because I was looking back. I'm like, if Roma finished with a 73, they would have made Champions League. Like, I think the last time they wouldn't have made Champions League was like the COVID season or the season after COVID. With 70, if you get 73,
I'm looking at 3 teams. No matter what, 3 teams are going to make the Champions League that don't score.
Yeah,
and if they make it, now Andrew's going to make me do something I didn't want to do, but he brought up a good point, and now I have to do it. It's almost better if Como makes it because they'll make the investments needed. Whereas I don't have the confidence that these other teams are going to spend money.
I think the Friedkins will.
Napoli
they haven't been in Champions League. They haven't been in Champions League since they've been owning Roma.
Napoli spent a lot of money this year, and what did that fucking get them?
They dumped all of it by January.
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally, who did they bring in this summer besides De Bruyne that they didn't offload in January?
Yeah, I think the Friedkins would if they get Champions League because they've spent at Roma without Champions League revenue, so I think they will spend.
The Malen signing became official today. I saw that from Fabrizio, but like they would have been dumb not to. Also, Aston Villa weren't going to keep him.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So. Wow. All right. We'll leave it there. We'll let Nick go on a rant next weekend. It's the closing weekend of the season. But Andrew, thanks again for coming on.
Appreciate it, brother.
Don't follow us yet, we are on Twitter. Obviously, we're on YouTube because you're probably watching us there. Instagram and TikTok. We drop plays there on the regular, so give us a follow there. They're all on the bottom line, and we'll catch you guys next week.